Okay, here we are back in Disgaea. Where we last left off, we wrapped up the first episode, now we can enter Flonne. Celestia, a world where beings known as angels live. The Netherworld, Celestia, and the human world. Legend has it that these three worlds are connected. This is one of such nexuses between the Netherworld and Celestia. However, it is sealed by a gate constructed by angels of ancient times. I don't have any control over how fast this scrolls, unfortunately.
Did you send for me, Master Lamington?
So if you don't recognize that voice, that is Sandy Fox. She has done a lot of stuff in the past. Mew from Tales of the Abyss, basically stuff with high-pitched character voices. And apparently she can also sing because she did the English opening of Rurouni Kenshin, Freckles. So, yeah, here she is.
Yes, I did.
And I don't recognize Lamington's voice, unfortunately. I'd have to look it up.
Here, Flonne, have a look. The flowers are in full bloom.
How beautiful! I love these flowers. They are simple yet so bright and lively. I want to be like these flowers.
Foreshadowing.
Flonne, listen carefully to what I have to say.
Yes?
As Seraph, I have orders for you, angel trainee Flonne. Go to the Netherworld and assassinate the Overlord, King Krajewskoy.
Huh?
Big task, huh?
Episode 2, Enter Flonne.
And of course we know
Well,
she's too
I'm
late.
here, at the Overlord's castle. I still wonder why the Seraph picked me, though. Master Volcanus would have been a much better choice. Not only that, but an assassination. What is the Seraph thinking?
Master Lamington! Master Lamington, are you here?
That would be the Archangel Volcanus.
Why all the ruckus, Volcanus? You scared the birds away.
Who cares about the birds? I have an important question. Is it true that you sent Flonne to assassinate King Krajewskoy?
Yes, it is true.
What did you do that for? King Krajewskoy is the ruler of that abominable, dirty, rotten netherworld. If you wanted him assassinated, it would have made more sense to send me.
I mean, Volcanus is like level 70. That's pretty impressive.
Instead, you picked that agent trainee. You think too highly of her. I am very aggravated by this.
That is exactly why you are not fit for this task. Besides, this is something that only Flonne can accomplish.
Whoosh! Min, min, min!
As a ninja,
Whoa. Whew. Looks like I made it in without being seen. What do they call those guys in the human world? Oh yes, ninjas! I always wanted to be one. Maybe I have potential. Nin, nin! But still, is it all right for me to be doing this? Angels all say that demons are evil. But are they really? It doesn't seem fair to judge somebody based on rumors alone, even if it's the Seraph's orders. I don't feel right assassinating somebody I don't know. Does that mean it's all right to assassinate somebody I do know? That seems wrong too. Can't kill strangers. Can't kill acquaintances either. Which means... Oh...
you can see Flonne's not very
Who
good
are
assassin.
you? And why are you in my room talking to yourself?
Ah!
Ow! What the heck did you do that for?
Oh, I'm sorry. You scared me, so I accidentally... Huh? Is he a demon? There are demons this young? I didn't know that.
So who are you?
Me? Nice to meet you. I'm an assassin. Oops. I wasn't supposed to say that.
You're pretty dense, aren't you?
My, how rude, calling somebody you just met dense.
I think an assassin that tries to kill someone in his sleep is a lot ruder.
You're right. I apologize.
Is she really an assassin?
It looks like I failed this time, so I guess I'll be leaving now. I'll be back again. Please take care.
Hey, wait!
And as you can see, Laharl's handling all of this beautifully. Unfortunately, he thinks the assassin is there for him.
Someone, get in here, now!
Why are you yelling at this time of night? Oh, did you have a night meal?
No, you fool! An assassin has infiltrated the castle!
Huh?
What happened to the Prinnies that were supposed to be on patrol?
They've partied themselves to sleep.
Those idiots! I'm gonna smack them! Wake them up now! We've got an assassin to track down!
And on that note, the chapter has begun. So, if you're going to play this, you should get in the routine of whenever a chapter begins,
Prince, I'm going to the bathroom, okay?
come to Adna's room. You have to come here every single chapter and read the entry if you want the special item, which I believe is an Exodus. Actually, it might just be a Testament, I'm not sure. It's one of those really big emblems, though. Feelings of guilt. A certain demon stole my memories. There's something he wants me to do in exchange. I'd do just about anything to get my memories back. But would the king forgive me? That's my only fear. Oh, I should also point out, so you remember the fight against Mid-Boss turned into a real slugfest? The thing is, at the end of the chapter, you get all of the healing done for free. So even though that would have cost a fortune to revive all 6 of these guys, the way it played out, it was free. So real quick, I want to peek in here and see if we've unlocked any new classes, which I doubt. You can see we have a higher level ghost because we've killed one of those. But to explain, these jobs have tiers to them. These are all the first tiers. These are all first tier. The mage classes have 2 fewer because they have different elements here. In order to upgrade the tiers, you need to level up the previous tier. So we have to get the level 1 up to something like level 20, that'll unlock tier 2, and then you can transform. I'll explain that when the time comes, but I'll be partly vague. And then there are new jobs you can unlock through various means, one of which is through weapon skill, like if you can get... I'm trying to remember... I think you have to use... These 2, I think, unlocks a thief. I'm not totally sure if you can get them up to, like, level 10. If you can get someone with bow mastery up to, like, level 5, that'll unlock the archer. And doing this will start to unlock even more. Like, the male warrior and brawler will unlock the ninja. The ninja might unlock the rogue and stuff like that. And there's actually a list you can look at if you're curious, but... That's why it's important to actually have people using different weapon types, even if said weapon sucks, such as the spear and debatably the bow. I'm probably going to have Flonne start out as an archer before moving her over to a caster because she needs mana anyway to create the cleric and the mage. And I'll trigger the scenes here before going off to grind a little. Prince, an unfamiliar girl was just here to use the dimensional gate. Where'd she go? She wanted to go someplace where nobody could find her, so I sent her to the frozen river. Doesn't revealing that information defeat the entire purpose of her escaping? And the frozen river is what we'll be covering in this chapter, but I'm going to do some grinding. The thing that I have to warn you about is if you go to the Hall of Caresses, Mid-Boss is no longer here, but they'll have a ninja here instead. And the danger in a ninja is just that they are so agile, it can be really tough to hit them. Just giving you a heads up. Anyway, I'll see you here in a sec. Okay, so to show you what I was up to off camera, I went into the item world. You can tell this because this is now level 10, there are no specialists inside of it. I went ahead and acquired those and put them inside of Laharl's Imperial Seal, which is a rare one I got from the infirmary. So he's getting an additional 12 attack damage and 6 HP from that. It's not really a lot, but the way you can customize your stuff later on, you actually need more of a volume of specialists rather than just high-level ones. So even this level 12 one can make a difference. Worst come to worst, you can always combine it too to make a higher level one, but that's not really important at the moment. So while there, Laharl went up to 11, the Swordswoman went up to 8. When we actually have to go in there for Hogmiser's place, I will feature the 10 level run then and show you tips on how to survive. But the main reason why I went there was just to speed up the grinding process. If you want to, you can just stick to Vyre's castle or anywhere you so choose. Because while I was there, you'll notice I got to sword level 5, and she's level 8, she's level 6. And what's so important about this is that unlocks some new characters. Now we can do the tier 2 female fighter. You'll notice the only difference here is the sword level. It goes up from E to D to make it easier to learn your skills. Plus the base stats are a little bit better. Aptitudes will improve, but we have to get even higher than that. We'll worry about this in a little bit. Namely, you don't want to reincarnate too early, because you don't have a lot of mana, pretty much. But over here you'll notice the rogue and the thief, or the rogue and the scout, since they apparently call this the rogue, have been unlocked. Now, this guy is very helpful for going inside the Geo world, and you'll notice he has a 110% hit modifier, which means he's really good with a gun, since guns scale off of hit. He even has a rank A gun mastery. Now, the thing is, if you want to unlock all of the jobs, including the friggin' Space Marine, then you need someone with gun level 20. So you can either use him, or Gordon, or even... Actually, hold on. I don't remember if you need the Space Marine to unlock the Majin, but... In case you're wondering, the Majin is hands down the ultimate class. It has 120% in all aptitudes, rank S for all weapons. It runs really, really fast and jumps really, really high. But as you may have guessed, that is a long ways off. You have to get the male classes up to level 200 to unlock it. In case you're curious, if you get the females up to 110, that unlocks Angel. So we're not going to worry about the Scout, but I do want a Rogue. Now, I have enough mana from my foray into the item world, which is the other reason why I went there, to make him skilled. So, we are going to name him... And now, the points you put in here should depend on what type of weapon you want to give him. If you want him to stay in the back and shoot with a gun, put the points into hit, but that's not really ideal because you want this guy to grind. You need him high level. His aptitudes are always going to suck, so you have to find a way to circumvent that. And one of the best ways is just train him with a sword. So we're throwing all of these in attack. And you can see how crappy his aptitudes are, his weapon mastery, and you may say, well, he has 100% hit, only 60% attack power. Wouldn't a gun be better? And the problem is, I don't think there are any gun moves in this game that are multi-target. So if you want to use a gun, you have to basically pick things off one at a time, which is very time-consuming. We want to splatter things and be on our way, so he's going to be a sword user. Oh yeah, you may have noticed Laharl was rank 1. I did the promotion exam. We'll worry about that later on when it's time to start reincarnating. But what do I have for swords? Nothing here. Just this one. That'll have to do. As for armor, I just have this amulet. Now, if you want a gunner, just someone to use a gun, giving them glasses is very helpful because these give them tons of hit. You can see 33. So if I were to give him a gun, he could actually do a nice chunk of damage as is. And since I don't really have anything else to put on him, I'm going to do that. The question is, do I want to start him off with a gun and switch him over to a sword? Because I only have this gun. I think think it's actually ideal the way it is currently. Now, as for trying to bring up guys like that, that is pretty much the only use of team attacks later on, because it will split the EXP between all active members regardless of how much damage they do, even if he does 0. So let's say you're going to kill something that's level 100, and he shares with someone else. That means he'll just get half of the EXP there, which is still enough to actually skyrocket him a few levels. So very, very helpful to do that. So before I commence Flonne's run, let's go ahead and save. And into the Forsaken Land we go. So let's see, level 4, level 4. These are the annoying ones up here because you have to go around to reach them. So they have a little bit of time to pelt you with their arrows. Let's bring out Mel. Going to defend here. One thing you have to watch out for with the zombies is the poison stats effect. The way poison works in this game is that it costs you 1/10 of your HP every turn until it's cured or said character dies. As for curing it, you have to use an item called the Fairy Dust, the spell Espoir, and I'm trying to remember if there's another character skill that cleanses stats effects, but it might just be those 2 ways to get rid of it, unless you let it time out, which is a little dangerous. So, let's splatter him. Oh, Edna has her first move, Pretty Raid. So, I need to look at Laharl real quick, see if the stats... Okay, it doesn't matter. You'll notice that everything here is weak to fire, so if you create a red mage, you can kind of shred stuff. It's just, I'm going to wait until I actually get Flonne at the end of this chapter before creating a magic user, because it makes things a lot easier for you. In case you're wondering, that's what I will be doing off camera in Chapter 3, basically farming mana on Flonne, and then creating my healer, then my mage. Tiger Charge won't work. Blade Rush will. And this is the second spear move, in case you're wondering. The way spear moves work is that they reposition the user. So, Sky Lunge puts you behind your target, Impaler puts you one space behind yourself, and I'm trying to remember what else there is. But in case you're wondering, the biggest spear move would probably be like Turbulence or Spear Rain, which is the final one. Up until that point, they kind of suck, and even still, farming with them is not the easiest thing to do. Damn. Hit him for 1 more HP than he had. So I'm going to leave the Prinny where he is, since I'm going to slowly start phasing them out. And it's time to try to get around here without getting shot too much. Since you can't counter, I recommend putting Defend up. That will mitigate a little bit of damage.
I can do it.
This might hurt. I don't know what element she's weak to. Ice, of course! I believe Defend is still effective against magic, it's just I'm not totally sure.
I can do it.
And the thing is, you don't always know what level spell the enemy is using. In case you're wondering, by level, I mean that the level times the base cost is how much SP they cast per that. So if he's down to 6, that means each cast he did cost him 15. And if you look, he's level 4. How do I bring that up? His ice is level 4, which means He was probably casting a level 2 or level 3 spell when a level 1 would have sufficed. Actually, you know what? She's the one to watch out for because he's now... Basically the same rules as League of Legends do apply here. If the caster is out of mana, ignore it.
Here goes.
In case you're wondering, the reason why I sent Ashley here is just because she fell behind level from the item world foray, so this is helping bring her up to speed. Ooh, Mr. Genzi's exit. Okay, so if you're wondering what that item is, it allows you to leave the item world instead of having to wait for a floor that ends in 0, be it 10, 20, 30, 40, so on. This is a very, very valuable item. They are kind of easy to get later on, but when you're starting out, those can save you a massive headache and give you a really nice specialist if you play your cards right. Once again, this is something that's going to come up when we have to go into Hogmiser's place. Now that we're healed, and Icy Breath we go.
There she is!
What? She's the assassin? I was expecting somebody a little more... menacing? Oh well.
Just shut up and capture her! Aye, dude!
Prima Pretty Prepanica! Mighty warriors, protect me!
So yes, the angel summoned a zombie.
Angelic language? Prince, she must be from Celestia.
Makes no difference to me. Angel or god, anyone who opposes me will suffer a terrifying death.
And Lahar means business.
Say your prayers.
She's an angel, she does that anyway.
Please don't push yourselves too hard. You guys can run if it gets dangerous.
Don't let her escape! We'll teach her a lesson!
Reveal yourself. Oh, it's you. Please, don't startle me like that. So, how are things progressing? Well, I cannot say they've gone perfectly, but there is nothing to be concerned about. I see. Forgive me for putting such a heavy burden on you. Please, it was my idea to begin with. By the way, how is the girl doing? Has she managed to meet Laharl safely? I would not use the word safely, but she is managing in her own way. You have a lot of faith in her. Yes, just as you have faith in him. So in case you're wondering why that's not voiced, the voice of the guy that Lamington is talking to will spoil things immensely for you. It's something you only find out on the true ending, I believe, if you don't kill any teammates. So, yeah, you gotta be a good little demon in order to get that. Anyway, okay, we'll do it like this. She's attacking that one. She's attacking this one. Etna is going to hit this one because their spear should be able to hit up here. And we're going to put the rogue right here so that hopefully he can siphon a little bit of EXP. Not enough. Damn. Wow, that was horrible. Let's send Laharl over here. Nicked. Bullseye. Okay, these damn things are pretty durable. Even without the body of Hercules or the brain of Mahogany. In case you're wondering what I'm talking about, that'll come into play when we meet Aramis. So, just like that, we gave him 39 EXP. He is close to leveling. Next up, we are going to put him here because Laharl's going to execute this zombie. And I just need to hope that he'll pull off a triple team attack. I'll settle for a 9, I guess. And slowly he'll become relevant, just like that. He should be durable enough now to where I don't have to recall him after every turn. I'm not going to use a special move here, I'm just going to cut him down. And yeah, he only has 9 HP because he has a really bad HP aptitude. I probably should look into getting a new spear for Edna, truth be told. She's still using the base one while everyone else is using upgraded gear. In case you're wondering why her damage sucks so bad, that is why. Now, unfortunately, like several other tactics games, there's no reward for knocking an enemy down from here, like falling damage or really anything. As such, there's no reason to position to take advantage of that unless you need to buy a turn. It's just in the interest of time. Anyway, the zombies should be honing in on the rogue. Okay, for a second there I thought they reached him and I was going to panic. You can see Edna is pretty good at taking a beating. Many spears actually increase the defense of their user, so that could help keep her going. I need to fight stronger guys, and I'm going to continue to siphon like that. Probably should have left him up for the rogue, but never mind. Up, he wanted a piece of it? No. And we got a crab pincer for our trouble. So I can actually equip that onto a Prinny so that they'll hit a little harder. And I really mean little. It has a broker specialist here. That increases the gold yield of the target by 8%. 8% because that's the level of the broker whenever that Prinny kills something. And just like with mana, they have to be the one inflicting the killing blow, otherwise it really doesn't matter. So, Melanie has my next greatest amount of mana. I could have her create the rogue. Or not the rogue, the scout. Let's just move forward. Frozen River. Eternal Winter. Ah, this is a good one.
How persistent! Are all demons like this? I have no other choice. I have to use a sleep spell. Nighty-night!
Oh, no, you don't!
Friar, fire, frapperesque! Flames! Burn that girl to the ground!
Barrier, Balladeer.
Barrier, Balladeer! Mirror, reflect the flames!
So you can guess how this is gonna play out.
Ow!
Laharl got scorched.
Sorry, Prince.
My hair! Now you've done it! I had my hair just how I wanted it! This is unforgivable! Feel the wrath of the Harl!
Everything here is still level 4, but now we have a new enemy type, the gargoyles. Or they're called imps right now. So Hell Pepper is really annoying because it's a status bomb. The way I usually think of these guys is like the Malboro of Disgaea. Really, really annoying. So I'm going to use Blade Rush. The 3 that Laharl hits may die since he's like 8 levels over them. Yeah. But this is how easily you can jump the tracks in this game and just power through everything with sheer brute force. It's not especially hard. Oops, I want James. And Ashley. Now I don't know if this can reach down. No. Well, that sucked. Now the rogue has the farthest throwing distance in the game of 6 squares. Let's come over here and pick off this one. And I remember in the... well, I remember, but the question is to you. In the previous video I said I wasn't sure if there were any flying enemies in this game. The gargoyles there are flying. So they can bypass some stuff and make it very difficult to create a wall to protect a specific valuable target. Actually, I want him to get solo EXP here, so we're going to move her here. And her over here. I'll have Laharl reinforce whichever one starts to fall behind, but I don't want to abuse him too much because he's over leveled due to the item world. So Hell Pepper hits 3 squares in front of them, not in a straight line, but a horizontal line. It's basically 1 square in front and then 2 off to the sides from that. So 1, 2, 3 for this guy. This one hit 1, 2, 3. The good news is I was not poisoned because it can screw you over like that. I cannot go backwards, so I need to use Sky Lunge. See, these things are not going to go down without a fight. Now, the bad news is, with the position with Ashley and Etna, if I left them as is, they could get hell peppered into the ground. So I had to move them apart to prevent that. And there goes James. We can see even Laharl at his high level has a little trouble with these things. And they can be hell peppered once, as you'll see right here. That's it for Ashley. Yep, poison killed her. And even Laharl is poisoned, which is kind of bad, since that's one way that his level is meaningless. She can take care of them next round. Now, I don't believe it costs anything extra to get rid of poison from the infirmary, but I could be mistaken on that front. So Laharl has 165, that's rounded up to 170 when factoring in the 10%, so he takes 10% damage each turn from poison. Actually, I want her to... wait a second. Now, you don't want to damage your allies, so move him out of the way. Now, if you do not go back and heal, the poison will actually continue into the next level. 2 items spawned. This is kind of bad. So if you're wondering what the problem is, you cannot take one of these at a time. So if you want to farm the rare, you have to pick only one of these you get to keep in the rare form, unless you get really lucky and both of them spawn rare. It's possible, it's just the odds of that are... I actually knew this once. It's something like 5 out of 32 for every item, so... basically you're going to be doing that little resetting thing quite a bit if you want that. Anyway, White Death, I believe, is where we confront Flonne. Yep.
You can't escape! I'm proud to say that I am the most persistent demon in all the Netherworld!
Is that so? Wow, that's really something.
Are you trying to make a fool of me?
No, I think that's the way she is.
Now it's my turn to show off a little, but I'll have to use the item the Seraph gave me, so I can only do it once. Are you ready? Here I go!
Prince, I think we're playing by her rules.
Dorian Dragon Dranego! Dragon, come forth!
So, I'm not sure if you were expecting anything bigger, but that's the dragon class.
Prince, we have to fight this?
It's not really anything special.
We don't have much choice, do we?
So if you notice, this is a whopping level 8. If you're not really prepared, this is one of those spots where it can get you. And then Flonne is back here with her Power of Love, which is a healing spell, in case you're wondering. So my recommendation is let them come to you. Ooh, he damaged his ally. So it's time to rule on the Goon Squad. Now I cannot Blade Rush here because the final tile doesn't exist. So there's nowhere for her to actually stop. And that's why you can't use them, in case you're wondering. And let's just do that. Now I could do a Blade Rush across here, it's just... he doesn't know the move yet, and it's going to take him some time because he has a rank D proficiency. Yes, attack the one that's going to lay you out. Let's roll him out. Now we need Remiel. And we'll toss Lancia, or whatever the name of it. Yeah, Lancia right here. This isn't really going to do much, but it's more for annoyance purposes. Okay, 12 damage. Now, starting in Disgaea 2, the dragon's passive ability is that it is completely immune to fire. You can see in a situation like this, it would be pretty devastating for this guy to be immune to it, but also have that as his weakness. All in all, I do not care for the whole elemental invulnerabilities that are given out in Disgaea 2 and beyond, but oh well. Now I can step back and Blade Rush these guys. That pushed her up to 9. We are going to do an Impaler here. Blade Rush. And then we're going to punch this thing for as much damage as we can deal.
Here I come!
She's going to die to poison next turn. I could spend a healing item to save her, it's just I don't really think it's worth it. Now Flonne might move out to try to heal the dragon. We'll see. Okay, my base panel is empty. Nope, she's waiting for him to die. That's really rude. Guess they don't teach manners up in Celestia. So in case you're wondering why I wasn't really panicking about Laharl being a little bit higher level, it's because I knew the dragon was coming. Basically, this is one of those moments where you have to spend some time grinding, otherwise you're not getting through. Damn, she didn't counter. Now, I don't really want to give his EXP over to the Perennial line. We'll move Remiel up here, hopefully to distract Flonne, perhaps. Or the dragon. That works. And the poison has not timed out yet. We'll have Edna and Flonne rule. This should be a fight Edna has in the bag, just... uh-oh. Okay, she just went and committed suicide. I can't really help that. That's not on me. Now, that was the end of chapter fight.
You defeated my dragon!
So we have a preview coming, and then the free heal.
You've caused a lot of trouble for me. I don't know who hired you, but I'll make you regret the day you tried to assassinate the great Laharl.
Excuse me, but
I'm not here for you.
why would I want to assassinate you?
Huh?
I am Angel Trainee Flonne. I am here by order of the Seraph to assassinate the Overlord, King Krichevskoy.
You're here to kill my old man?
Your old man? That means you're the king's son?
Doesn't anyone in Celestia read the newspaper?
You came all the way from Celestia for nothing. My old man died 2 years ago.
I'm sorry.
Hey, why are you crying?
Your father passed away, right? You'll never see him again.
Not exactly in a game between angels and demons. Death is just a minor setback.
When I think about that, it makes me sad.
Huh? Are you crazy? You came here to assassinate him, right? Why should you be sad?
Are you not sad?
Me? I don't have that emotion.
That's not true. When you lose someone or something important to you, you cry, don't you? Your heart aches, doesn't it?
And this is foreshadowing.
I don't understand a word you're saying.
How come?
How come? Because I'm a demon, of course.
Demons don't know sadness?
Exactly! I've never experienced such an emotion in my entire life.
Notice he stuttered there.
If that's true, then does that mean demons don't know love either? Sadness is only possible because of love.
You're right. Demons have no love either.
That's just too sad.
She sounds just like my mother. How stupid. Love. What good is it? What's the point in having it? Love's the reason Mother is dead. I don't believe. I'll never believe in love.
If demons really don't know love, then it's my duty as a Celestian to explore the matter. I was ordered to assassinate the Overlord. But this must be a sign from the heavens. It has to be. Whether demons are pure evil or not, if they really don't feel love, I will bear witness to the truth.
What's love good for? I don't need it. Demons like me don't need that kind of crap.
If that is true, then demons are a real threat to Celestia. Since I can't complete my mission, I have decided that my new goal is to learn the true nature of demons. I must know for certain whether or not demons are capable of love. And if necessary, I will carry out my original mission with a new target.
And this is hinting at one of the possible endings.
All right, be my guest. I shall burn a true vision of horror into that empty head of yours.
Angel trainee Flonne has joined your party.
Prince, what are you doing recruiting an assassin? And an angel at that? But this might avert his attention from me. Perfect timing.
So here comes our preview.
At long last, the nefarious Angel Flonne seems to have forsaken her evil ways.
Nefarious Angel?
But can an old dog learn new tricks? Flonne suddenly reverts to killing machine, slaughtering a crowd of innocent demons.
Killing machine?
Finally, she transforms into a space monster. Could this be the end of the Netherworld?
Space monster?
All
Okay.
right, it's time for me to transform! Next on Space Detective Etna, Episode 3, Etna versus Space Monster Flonne. I'll protect the Netherworld at any cost!
I want to be a space detective too.
Too bad.
So I said okay there when they showed the picture of Flonne in monster form. That is something that's actually carried over into the sequels. Flonne has a new special move at her final special move. It's Flonzilla, where she dons that suit, does a little rampage, breathes fire, and it's pretty funny, but the entire thing is a reference to that little preview there. So if you're interested in the series and want to go from beyond this game, just know you'll be seeing that then. But anyway, we're going to call it quits here. I'm the Hero of Light. Thanks for watching, and goodbye.